Hi everyone, we have a very special guest with us here today. On the occasion of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is October in 2022, we have um, Rakhi Bhatnagar here today. And she's been very vocal about her journey as a cancer survivor on her Instagram page. And she's also talked about the conditioning that women have received and how to break free from them. Her Instagram bio talks about how she has been using fashion, humor, and dance as a sort of a way to break out of the mold that women have been forced to endure. And we'll be talking about her journey as a content creator, as a survivor, and her experience with the community that she's built on Instagram. Hi, Rakhi. Welcome.
Hi,
Thank you
hi,
so much for doing
Debaduti.
this. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for reaching out. I'm happy to be here with you today.
All right. So I'll just start with the questions. All right. So could you tell us something about your childhood in India?
Yeah, I have been raised and brought up in Delhi. All my education has been in Delhi. I come from a middle class family. My parents were are my I lost my mother very early, but my parents were always very supportive, and I would say in that age, very uh, modern, to say so. And yeah, it in 2002, I decided to move to Canada. There were compelling circumstances, and I absolutely don't mind talking about anything at this point in my life. And I feel everything that I went through, if I share, can help others. And in the whole social media is such a good platform these days to reach out and give awareness to people. And that is the reason I am here with you today. The reason I moved to Canada was I was trying to conceive for a long time, had a lot of infertility issues. Nothing was working back there. So I think we saw that as an opportunity, me and my husband, that, maybe there's better treatment. And that is the reason we came to Canada. And I think the 2002 we moved here. I went through certain treatments here. In 2004, I was blessed with a daughter. So, this is a little background about me and my childhood back in Delhi.
So you moved to Vancouver. Is there something that you miss about your home in Delhi?
Always Debaditi, and
Right.
always Indian by heart. And I always miss and will always so connected with my roots. I spent my good 30 years back in uh, India, in Delhi. How can I forget, So it's another story that we had to move here because of some circumstances. And then we just kept getting, once my daughter was born, she's now more comfortable here. She's born here, so don't want to confuse her, although I try to give her as much values as possible. But I can never forget my roots, always miss my hometown, my country. um, I know sometimes I think people think that, you've already moved out of India, so why are you being such Indian? And why are you, you moved out? They think we moved out, but people often judge and do not understand that sometimes there can be compelling circumstances that make people move out of their home countries to a different place. Sometimes you do things because, not because you want to, because there are some reasons. So one thing I've learned is that don't judge anybody. You do not know their story. They only know how much they're telling you. You do not know behind the scenes what happened. So do not judge anyone. Yeah, always miss.
Yes, absolutely. Also, like now, I would like to talk about your personal journey as a survivor. Uh, so you have an entire series on your Instagram page. I was going through your page before, researching for the questions. And
Yeah,
how important was it for you to empower others through your experience? Because talking about something that has happened to you can be quite traumatic.
absolutely, Debaduti. I felt, and again, this was empowered by my friends, a lot of women who are following me, and they said that we would like to know about your journey. Please share if you're comfortable. Nobody compelled me. And I felt, yes, why not? Because sharing something might empower so many other women who probably are going through not even cancer, they might be going through some other diseases or mental battles quietly, not yet there to share or come out with it, and might benefit from what I am talking about or what I'm saying, might empower them and tell them that, hey, it's okay. Things happen, but how you deal with it defines you. And, you know, and that I just feel talking about it has just lifted so much weight from my heart also, Devati, because a woman born in 70s in India, today's generation is way more progressive and way more open. But our generation of women, the 70s, 80s, and I think even I would say a little bit of 90s, are very come from an environment where talking about breast sex used to be a taboo. I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? You're not supposed to say this out loud. What are you doing? We don't say this out loud. So we come from that generation. So for a long time, even me as a cancer patient, I was very, very not talkative or verbal about it. People used to hesitate, even talk to me about, breast cancer. Saying that word breast used to be, I think, people used to be very quiet and hush hush about it, not talking about it. And I was like that too. But it took me some time, and I said, I did nothing wrong. It's part of my body, and it got infected. I got it removed, and now I'm healthy and I'm living. So what is wrong in talking about it, and why are we not talking about it? And why am I not sharing what happened to me? And why am I keeping it all inside me, which did bad things for me? It was all inside me. So talking about it did so much good, and I'm happy to see I get tons of DMs, stability, from women who either have recently been detected or went through it and never talked about it, who wanna reach out and say that, hey, I saw your video and your series, and you don't know how much courage it has given me, and you don't know how much power it has given me, and given me the reassurance that it's okay and I'll be fine. If you could do it, I can do it too. And that is so gratifying. Nothing else matters. It's just such a big gratification for me. So I'm so glad. I'm so glad I did those series and I talked about it. And while I was talking about it, I think I was also healing myself inside more.
That's lovely to hear. When I was personally going through your stories, it was quite emotional, and I love to see the supporting comments from the followers, which is very
Yeah,
gratifying, as you said. Okay,
amazing it
so
was. Yes.
yeah. So moving on to the next question. As you said, like it takes a toll on both. Cancer takes a toll on both your physical health and your mental health. But not everyone is very comfortable talking about, especially the mental aspect of it, on
Correct.
how it affects the family and the patient both. So, could you tell us
Absolutely.
something about that, about how it affected you and your family?
Yeah. I still remember it was around Christmas time that it finally, the news broke. Christmas is one of the biggest festivals in North America, So uh, we got the news. Uh, this was, as I told in my series, it was Debaditi like a nightmare that came to life because I saw my mom go through it. She battled and she lost the battle. And at that time, there were not that many. um, facilities or treatments available that could give somebody peace when they were going through it the last stages. She was in a lot of pain. So I was with her every single day for the last 3 4 months of her life when she was battling. And she used to tell us that, you guys are selfish keeping me alive. Give me poison. you know if you really love me, give me poison and let me die. Why are you keeping me alive like this? So going through that trauma, seeing your mother going through that is not easy. It took me, even today, when I remember those moments, I feel like running away to some Himalayas or somewhere, and I feel like, I can't handle this pain. So it was very painful. And seeing your mother go through that, every time doctors, oncologists, we used to meet, me and my sister, I have a younger sister, they used to tell us, you gotta, guys, gotta be careful, because now you have a hereditary factor. So if your mother got it, there's a chance that, high chance that, you are in high risk category. So be very careful. And then when I came to know that, yes, I am positive for breast cancer, you cannot even imagine the kind of mental trauma it put me in. Just the news that, I have it, I actually got it. So yeah, but see, then there comes Debaduti. There's a saying in Hindi. They say, मुश्किल के समय इंसान या तो बिखर जाता है या निखर जाता है. So the option is totally up to you. And I decided, my daughter was young at that time, and I felt that, I lost my mother, and look how it impacted me. My whole life is just not what it should have been, with a mother by my side at every stage of my life, or I mean, eventually she would have gotten old, and eventually she would have gone, but not that early, and not because of cancer. So I felt, my daughter does not deserve this. And my mother was not that very strong. I remember she was taken over by the disease, basically, because she was always crying. She was always like, why did I get it? What wrong did I do? She was a very religious woman. She could never come to terms that she has cancer and why she got it. What wrong did she do? Like, she used to say, hey Bhagwan, मैंने क्या गलत किया था? मुझे क्यों दिया तुमने ये? इतनी तकलीफ क्यों दी? And I felt, I'm not going down that hole, and I'm not going to crib about why I got it. I got it, shit happens, now I got to deal with it. So I had to make myself very strong, for my daughter's sake, especially. My husband has been very supportive um, throughout my cancer journey. And let me tell you, having a supportive family is the biggest blessing that you could have at such a time. So, with my daughter's well-being in mind, I think I just gathered all my courage, and I said that I have to fight, and this has to get out of my body. I'm not letting it take over me. I will do whatever it takes till the last, even if I have to, and I will battle it. So I think that whole positive energy really does good things. I mean, of course, there are treatments, medications, but I think there are very few people who are talking about, how positive energy can help combat the toughest of diseases. If you can fight a war inside your brain, then you can fight it outside as well. So the day I got detected, and then the surgery date was decided. I was not in a very early stage. I was in the second uh, second middle stage, basically, of the cancer. And then more, they figure out after they open you in the surgery, they actually see exactly what stage you are. So yeah, but so I knew it's going to be tough. Um, and I wasn't sure what's going to happen, but I knew one thing, that I'm going to give this cancer a good fight. Unlike my mother, I'm not going to sit there and be, oh my God, kya ho gaya? And no, I'm like, no, 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 that's not happening. So the mental uh, health part I would say I was strong and I made myself very strong. And that is what I tell every woman, or even not woman, any other man or anybody who's suffering from a disease, that, stop pitying yourself. Mujhe kya ho gaya? Ye kyun ho gaya? Cut that crap out and be a fighter and fight it. And you can do it. If you can fight it that way, and you can battle the disease, and you will see how much effect or impact it is taking, and how much physically you will feel better fighting the disease if you're mentally stronger.
It's actually very inspiring. So I would like to move on to the how you talked about women breaking free. So you've also been featured by pages like Women's Web, especially for your reels, which focus on like breaking this very stifling conditioning. So you talk at length about the stifling conditioning of women, how women are expected to adjust. For example, how you said, that in 70s, particularly, women are like, they're not supposed to, talk about their problems. So
Yeah,
how did you yourself break free of that conditioning?
I think I have to thank cancer, Devaditi, for so many things. This made me realize that how much I had been killing myself inside and prioritizing everybody except myself. That is how we have been raised back in 70s. We have been raised, women have been raised to, prioritize everybody else except yourself. Women has been seen as a tool to, encourage, motivate, or support, as a support system for the rest of the people in their lives rather than themselves. Nobody tells them that, hey, if this is not making you happy, don't do it. It says, no, 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 you know, um, just do it, just now, because this is how we're supposed to, we are just in life. And I'm like, I when I got cancer and I got a chance to focus on myself and see through back my life through the cancer lens, and I saw that, what I've been doing, I have been just neglecting myself, prioritizing everyone because that is the right thing to do. That is what us women do. And I felt that no, I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe I won't be the nice, sanskari person anymore, but fine, I'll be selfish, but I want to be selfish now onwards. And I want to love myself, and I want to put myself first instead of putting everyone else first. So if I want to go for a girls' night out, I'm not going to think about घर पे dinner bana hai ki nahi, or cook for everyone and then leave. I'm just going to leave because, figure out yourself. One night you can figure out dinner yourself. So I'm just going to get ready and go out. But this wasn't me before. Before, I would think 10 times, if I go for a girls' night out, oh my God, my husband would be lonely. What would my daughter eat? How is she going to manage? I would have all those thoughts inside my head. But cancer kind of woke me up. It told me that wake up, it's a wake up call, and look after yourself. So that that whole experience told me that, prioritizing yourself is not selfish. And we women, from especially from my era, from 70s 80s, we really need to wake up and break free of these cages, these sanskari bahu, and achi ladki, somebody who adjusts, and that's not true. Just erase all these teachings that you have been taught by the society and rewrite some things and assertions, and tell yourself that you are important, you matter. And if you go out without cooking, it's fine. If you go out and have a good time and your husband is sitting home alone, is fine too, because he goes out too and he does things. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. So you can do it for yourself and feel good about it. Yeah, the cancer, I would say, Debati, to answer your question, the cancer really was a wake up call for me. And that's how I broke free of these cages. And I decided I want to let everybody else know too that it's fine to do these things for yourself.
So you have built a community of like nearly 25,000 people on Instagram
I'm
by
blessed.
sharing your
I'm truly
story.
blessed. I don't know how that happened, but I'm just truly blessed.
Right. So, are there any stories where you have been inspired by your followers? Is someone sharing something with you? Could you talk about that?
Yeah, Debaduti, I was so surprised to see that, when I joined the Instagram family, and I found so many women of my era who have been breaking the barriers and who have been raising their voices, who've been doing things that they probably always wanted to do, and now they've got a platform. So I see all these women. There's a whole community of sari bloggers, and they're the women from 70s who are very passionate about wearing saris and different weaves from India. And they have made Instagram accounts, and I connected with all these women, and I saw how passionate they are about all of these things, and they are posting bindas without any hesitations. They get some hate comments like we all do on Instagram. Everybody has a right to opinion, and people, some, not everybody is just giving you positive comments. There are some critical comments too, and I think we're all aware of that. So yeah, but that doesn't stop anybody from still following their passions. And There are some women who are not very vocal, but they post stuff, but they DM me privately and try to share something that happened with them or something they're battling with, which is not cancer related, but which is related to the day-to-day societal pressures, and how they want to come out in open like I have, but they still have not gathered courage because log kya kahenge. um, and I just try and keep telling them that I hope you do not have to get cancer to wake up, but I would just say that killing yourself inside, you are inviting a lot of diseases inside you too. Just be aware of that. The unhappiness is building acidity. Is There are so many scientific reactions happening right now inside you which are not good. You do not know which disease might emerge from that negativity. So try to be happy and try to do things that will keep you happy. Don't worry about people. The right people will understand. The people who are not understanding are probably not your people anymore. So yeah, I've been trying, and I think it's difficult for women to break that cage. It takes time. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying that, Aditi, I'm glad, and I thank cancer every day that it taught me so many things.
So, you've talked about your family being very supportive. So, would you say that your family was the pillar of strength that you needed? Like you talked about you going through while you lost your mom, the trauma that you faced because of breast cancer. So, you did want your daughter, facing the same thing. So, how important was your family during your experience?
I have since we moved to Canada, I have a very small family. We're a nuclear family. It's just me, my husband, and my daughter. So um, yeah, my husband's been very supportive. He's quiet, he's shy, he's reserved kinds. He doesn't, you won't see him on social media with me. Yeah, he doesn't like it. But not to say that he's been very supportive. He sometimes shoots some of my videos, helps me out. But during the cancer time, um, he has been there with me every step of the way. Um, he has When they told me that they gave me an option that I could either keep one breast and just take the infected one out, and I decided I want to get rid of both of them at the same time. I don't want to keep the other because there's a good chance that a few years later the cancer might creep into the other one. So, and I don't want to go through the whole same process again. So I told them, don't no, I would like to get rid of both of them at the same time. And yeah, my husband's been there with me, and he said that I'll support every decision of yours, and whatever you want, we just want you healthy and happy here with us. So whatever it takes, you got to do that, and I'm here with you. And I felt at that moment, double the strength inside me when just somebody tells you that I'm here with you with every decision. I support you, and I'll be there with you. And it it just it just gave me double the strength, and I felt that yes, I'm gonna do it. So yeah, the doctors were actually telling me that you can still keep one. Women decide that they want to keep one side. I said no, I am very clear. I just want both of them out. Just take them out, both of them. I'm done with them. They're trying to kill me. I don't want any part of it in my body. So, and even after the surgery, um, my sister-in-law lives in Chicago, and my brother lives in Chicago. So um, he had younger children too. He has younger children. So my sister-in-law came all the way from Chicago after my surgery to help me out. She lived with me and helped me. She literally took over my home like hers. So basically, she was me for the next 1 month, dropping off my daughter to school, helping in the house chores and everything. She was there with me, and yeah, so those are the times, Devaditi, you feel you're so blessed to have family around you, and such unconditional love from family who are there for you. So yeah, she left her family back in Chicago, her younger children, and came to me and helped me out. She used to cook me, she's a great cook. She used to cook me, different variety of continental food every day. Some day she's making Chinese, some day she's making me. She's a wonderful cook, and I the whole positive vibe throughout, I think, is the reason I'm here today. Not only from me, from people around me. And I think when you are positive, Devaditi, you generate these positive vibes around you too. And it's like an aura that flows around, and there's so much positivity around that, you just heal faster. And you would be surprised, my healing was way faster than a lot of other patients. My hand movements, the everything. I started driving like in a month's time, and because all the chest muscles are gone, so it is hard. But I started driving in a month's time, and everything just worked out so good. The healing, the whole process of feeling better, it just was way faster with a supportive family around you. It was a blessing, true blessing, that they were all around me. It really really helps.
That's really amazing to hear that you had that kind of support with you, even in Canada, which is so far from
Thank
home.
you.
Some would say. So you've of course made like multiple reels on like styling and also dance. Also, you mentioned in your bio that you what caught my eye was that you talked about imperfect bodies, right? So I love that. And there's a particular reel that I especially love where you say that age is merely the number of years you did not hold back and enjoyed without any bars. So to what extent do you think that fashion and styling helps a woman like build confidence, especially now, and especially for older women who who grew up in kind of stricter orthodox
Correct.
households?
Yeah. Divinity, I just, on this note, I just want to share or mention something about imperfect bodies. As a breast cancer, when you lose your breasts, you go through a mastectomy. It's a big mental hit that a woman takes. I remember my mother saying, "Mera ang bhang ho gaya." That was the word she used to use. And I since I knew what my mother went through, I saw all of it, so I knew what was coming. So um, I for some time, when I used to stand in front of the mirror, I see myself as a flat woman. Um, yeah, I'm human. It used to take impact on me. I used to feel, why did this happen, and how can I fix it? What can I do to kind of look better? And then I think few days later, one day, it just kicked inside me, and I think I have to thank a friend for that. um, I have a very dear friend who rocks every cloth she wears because she wears it with such confidence. She doesn't care that she has a mommy belly. She doesn't care that she has, fatter thighs or whatever. She doesn't have perfect thighs. She'll wear shorts. She'll wear anything that she wants, and she looks beautiful. And I said that, how you do it, I want to learn this. So she says that, look, I live in this body, might as well learn to love it, right? uh, what am I going to gain hating it? I love my body. What's wrong with it? It's just the perception. It's just how you see it. And that hit. And then one day, and I'm standing in front of the mirror, and I said, like, really, like, what is wrong with me? I'm fine. I can love myself the way I am. There's nothing wrong with me. If I think something is wrong with me, the world thinks something is wrong with me. If I don't think anything is wrong with me, then there's nothing wrong with me. It's just me. You know how many brands are gonna go out of business the day a woman realizes that she's perfect? Can you imagine? All these brands are playing on your insecurities, really, right? Where women feel, oh, my lips are too thin, I need to make them, poutier. My hair are too thin, I need wigs. Everything. If you see, they are just playing with your insecurities. The day you realize you're perfect and you don't need to change a damn thing about you, they're out of business. They're gone. So yeah, that's the day I realized, and I want to thank my friend for opening my eyes there. And I felt that, there's nothing wrong with me, and there's nothing called imperfect body. It's just us, right? We need to assert every day that whatever I am perfect. And if you're so conscious about something, or if you feel you have a tummy, work out. Try to do something about it. If you can't get rid of that conscious feeling of having a belly or any other body part that you feel is not the way it should be, then work out. If you can't work out, then don't crib about it. Be happy with what you have, and learn to accept and love yourself just the way you are. So that's why I that imperfect body, that's where I say, and I tried um, to come up with some content where I was sharing that, even if you have a belly, doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Either do something about it, or there are ways you can even style your clothes in a way that, you have a belly, but you can still flaunt a lot of clothes in a way that, you can still look good. You don't have to kill your fashion or styling sense and wear clothes that, you or not wear clothes that you want to wear because we have a big belly, or you have a big thigh, or you have big arms. Yeah, so that uh, uh, body imperfection that I had in my mind earlier made me work on these styling reels, which I have started sharing. And I think a lot of women have come back and encouraged me and told me that this is lovely. And I never thought about it that way either. And this is great.
Yes, I was actually going through the comment section. It was really lovely to see the kind of support that you've gained. It was amazing to see because it's like a sisterhood, right, of all these women whom you don't know, but
Absolutely. It's
they want
so
to support you.
encouraging, I tell you. It's so encouraging and motivating. As a creator, also, I think these comments just motivate you to come up with something more, something better.
Right. So, last question here. So, I wanted to ask if you have any exciting new projects that you would like to share with us and our viewers.
Yes. I Yeah, I want to talk about fashion designers, um, and all these big fashion designers in India. And I see some fashion designers in Europe who are who have developed a more concept of imperfect bodies. Um, but I see majority of the fashion designers are still using, perfect bodies to, showcase their clothing. And I always feel, why are you not using imperfect bodies? Because that's where your real test is, honestly. A fashion designer taking a perfect, girl with a size 2 or a size 0, wearing the clothes, a young girl, she's already beautiful. She will look beautiful in any clothes that you want to showcase. How about taking a woman like me, who has no breasts, who is flat, who has a big belly, who has maybe flabby arms? I challenge you, you make me look beautiful. And that's when I'll see that you are a true fashion designer who knows how you can design clothes for a body like me. Yeah, so that is something that I wanted to work more upon and bring some awareness, that, fashion is for all, not just for perfectly sized young girls. There could be women. I see there are, again, a lot of women influencers who are matured women who have come out and now are models. It's so inspiring, so inspiring. But I think there's more work need to be done on that side. And again, it does not have to be a perfect body. It does not have to be, even with older women who are not probably working out every day or not in the perfect shape. um, you can still, the challenge is to make them look beautiful through clothes. If they are not feeling beautiful, the challenge is to make them look beautiful. Find Make them, design clothes for them and showcase that to make them look beautiful. So that is one thing I really wanted to work upon more and see if I can influence or if I can motivate people out there to see that, yeah, everybody can be beautiful or made beautiful. And how about these fashion designers who are out there showcasing their stuff popular? And I want to challenge them and tell them, hey, look, you know, I challenge you, use this body and show me if you have the right skills and you can make them look beautiful.
So thank you so much for that. That was very lovely to hear and very positive messaging right there. So this brings us to the end of our interview. I would again like to thank you so much for talking about very personal experiences here and encouraging all our viewers. So thank you.